In this lab, we're going to go over how to set up a portable development environment using portableapps.com and XAMPP, which is basically a nice little pre-configured version of Apache, MySQL, and PHP all rolled into a nice little application that you can put on a thumb drive. So to start off with, we need to go get portable apps. So if you go to portableapps.com, click the download link and click the download button. Download it to your local hard drive. I already have a copy, so I will just go ahead and use this. So I'm going to go ahead and double click the installer. And I'm just going to click next. I agree, and you need to point it to the root folder of your portable drive. Mine happens to be J, but whatever the root folder is of your portable drive. It can be a thumb drive, a zip drive, a USB hard drive. I think this even works with cloud drives if you want to use Dropbox or something like that. Never tried it before, but I've heard it works. But mine is J, so I'm going to click install. And this will take a few minutes. While we're waiting for that, let's go grab XAMPP. So the easiest way to do that probably is just to Google XAMPP. And that will take you to the Apache Friends website. And let's go down to XAMPP for Windows. Scroll down a little ways until you see this link that says jump off point and then download and then just plain old XAMPP. Click that one. And I'm just going to grab the first one, PHP 5.4. If that's different, don't worry about it. Find the 7-zip file. And I'll click that to download it. And while that's downloading and this is installing, I'll just pause the video so you don't have to. Oh, there we go. I was going to pause it for you, but I didn't have to. I'm going to click finish and it's going to launch. And now it's going to check for apps, and I think I will pause because this usually takes a minute or two. Okay, eventually you'll get a dialog that looks like this one, and it's asking you to pick the apps that you want to install. For this first round, I'm just going to pick the bare minimum for our first lab. We need Notepad++. We need the XAMPP installer. I just hit X on my keyboard and it scrolled down, but if you're looking for it, it's under development at the bottom. So we need Notepad++, XAMPP, and the last thing that we need is 7-zip. So if I hit 7 on my keyboard, it will take me straight to that, which is under utilities. You can just scroll down over here if you want to do it the hard way, or just hit 7 on your keyboard. It should take you right to it. So 7-zip portable. And then the other thing we're definitely going to need is Firefox. And F is not going to get me there. So let me find, probably a section called Internet. Yeah, here we go. We definitely need Firefox. And that is it for the bare minimum, I'm pretty sure. Well, we can always come back to this if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I'll click Next, and it's going to go out and download these applications and install them. And once again, this will take a few minutes. In the interim, my download of XAMPP is finished, but I need 7-zip, which is currently downloading before I can do anything with it. So keep that in a place where you can get to it easily, and we'll do something with it here in just a minute. Once your portable apps have been installed, you'll see a dialog with this one that says your new portable apps have been installed. And you should see a little button down here at the bottom that will activate the screen, or you can sometimes also find it over here in the tray, whichever one is more convenient for you. I'm going to click this, and as I mentioned, the next thing I want to do is install XAMPP. We downloaded that as a 7-zip file, so unless you happen to have 7-zip installed on your computer, if you do, then you can just right-click this and use 7-zip installed on your computer. But if you don't have that, then I'm going to use the one that I just installed from Portable Apps. So I'll go ahead and run this. And this is a little less convenient. The way that you have to do this is you have to browse to the file. So it's on my desktop, which is not easy to get to in Windows. And there it happens to be. So I'll double click that, and I'll click extract, and I'll tell it to extract here, and I'll go ahead and tell it to extract to a folder called XAMPP, which will probably create two XAMPP folders, but that's okay. And this will take a minute to extract. So I'm not going to sit here and make you watch that. I will be right back. Alright, my extraction is complete. So I am finished with 7-zip. And here's the XAMPP folder that I extracted. And as I predicted, it created a second folder called XAMPP inside of it. That's alright. The next step will take a while. I'm just warning you in advance. What you want to do is you want to go to your portable apps drive. In my case, it's J. And you want to copy the XAMPP folder, the inside one, and put it in the root folder of your portable drive. So when this is done, you're going to have on your portable drive, you're going to have a folder called XAMPP, and then inside of it, it's going to look like this. So it's going to have Anonymous, Apache, and all this other stuff. If you have XAMPP and then all this stuff, you did it wrong. It needs to be XAMPP and then Anonymous, Apache, CGI bin, etc. All that stuff is in there. So this copy is going to take a while. There's literally 15, almost 16,000 files to copy. This seems to be faster than directly unzipping it on your storage device. So if you are using a flash drive or something along those lines, this is going to take a while. If you have a USB hard drive, it should go pretty fast. But I'm using a flash drive, so you'll have to excuse me while this completes, and I will be back when that's finished. Alright, so my copy job is done. This is my portable drive. I have a folder called XAMPP, and underneath that is Anonymous, Apache, CGI bin. If it's XAMPP, it's wrong. It needs to be just XAMPP and then all this stuff. Let's make sure this works. I should be able to go to XAMPP control panel, select English, and then it should run, and it's going to tell me I have a problem, which is fine because I already have a web server running on this computer. Yours will probably work. If not, we'll solve that in class. I'll show you how to fix this. But that is good enough for what we're trying to do here. And I'll show you one more thing. Actually, I'll show you two more things. If you want to get more apps, then you can click on Apps, and then Get More Apps, and then pick by category or by title, and it'll bring you back to that screen that you started off with where you got to pick the apps. So if you want to install more, that's how you do it. There's one more thing we need to do. Go ahead and launch Mozilla Firefox. And I already have a copy running apparently. So let me kill it and start again. If it will let me. There, finally. Okay, let's try it again. I always like to relaunch it so that I know that I'm on the right one. And it will come up, and I need to install a couple of plugins. So for this, go up to Firefox, and then go to Add-ons, and go up to Search, and we'll type in Firebug. So we want Firebug 1.12.1. Let's install that. And then the other one is Clear Cache. So I use the Clear Cache button quite a bit. We'll install that one. Okay, you have to restart Firefox for these to take effect. So now all I have to do is restart. And I can tell I have Firebug because there's a Firebug button up here. The other one you're going to have to add. It's a little tricky. You have to find a spot that doesn't hover over a button like that. Right-click it. Click on Customize. Find the Clear Cache button. Drag it up. I'm going to drop mine right next to Firebug. And there you go. And that will allow you to clear the cache very easily. So that's it. You should at this point have a portable development workstation on your portable hard drive.